an actual living edition of Star Talk. I won't even, you already know there was a computer glitch last night, so we don't even need to talk about that. But we're here now, and the phone line is open. The number's up there on your screen. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. So you can give us a call or send us an email, whichever suits you. They all suit me about the same. So we hope you will participate in the show either by phone or by email. I do have the official NASCAR contest standings tonight, which we didn't have last time because of things that happened. But I do have the actual official standings tonight, which are pretty much the same as the actual unofficial standings we gave you Monday night, and I will run down those for you. The only thing that changed actually is Jack. Jack is in ninth place now after we got his actual pick straightened out. And I'll run through those again in a few minutes. We have an email or two to read. Starting with this one, Ken, you said the other night that some sort of government subsidy was going to expire next year, which might make ACA premiums more expensive. We will get back to that momentarily. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good.
Yes, I'm going to be nice tonight.
Well, probably not, but at least it's something that you aspire to, even if you don't achieve it.
Yeah, I had to put my bike in the shop. I got to get a new motor for it.
A new motor? How old is your motor?
I had that moped since 2014. I bought it. They had to go to the warehouse and get it for me. I don't buy nothing. I don't buy nothing off the showroom floor.
I understand that. Is that about normal lifespan for a moped motor? 11 years?
Well, I was hoping for more, but I'm not going to complain. I got the money. I could buy a new motor.
Well, I mean, we understand that money means nothing to you and that you can afford pretty much everything you want. I was just wondering, though, if the motor, was that kind of what you would expect from a moped motor?
Well, I was expecting a little bit, a couple, maybe 20 years.
All right. Well, what happened to it? What's wrong with it?
They said no compulsion. You know, upwards, everything was no compression.
Right.
And probably they whatever went bad. You know, I don't care. It's only a moped. You can replace a moped.
Well, yeah, and the whatever, it will go bad, I guess, inevitably at some point.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, I'd rather have a moped than a motorcycle because I don't have to have insurance.
Well, yeah, it's a lot cheaper to live with a moped than with a motorcycle, although it might not be quite as quick on the road.
Oh, believe me, it gets me where I'm going.
All right, so how long are you going to be without your moped?
I don't know, not worried about it. I'm on plan B now.
Do you buy when you buy a moped, do you buy domestically or do you buy one of those fancy Italian ones?
I buy local.
Oh, good man.
I buy American. My moped is by Honda.
Oh, Honda. I'm not sure that's American.
I think whatever. Well, if it is or isn't, it's my kind of bike, and I like the name.
Okay. Well, it's a Honda. It might be made in America, even if it's not an American company.
Well, I'm not worried about it. I paid for it. I paid for it with my money and enjoyed it.
All right. Well, fine. We will look forward, and I know the entire city of Danville will look forward to seeing you on the streets on your brand new moped.
Well, it's going to be the same old yellow and black.
Yellow and black. If it works for you, stay with it.
Well, if it works, everybody keeps calling it the Steelers colors.
All right. Does anybody ever mistake you for a taxi cab? Yellow and black. Do people mistake you for a taxi and try to hail you?
Wouldn't be a good idea because I don't stop for nobody and I don't take passengers.
All right.
But
Well,
I,
then they'd be wasting their time then.
yes, because I'm on Plan B. I'm
And
good with the city bus.
oh, you're riding the bus now. Well, good.
Hey, I doesn't mind. I love the company. See, I ride what we call the reserver ride. It takes me from home to work every day that I work.
What more do you need?
Hey, it's a $4 trip, but I can afford it.
Well, yeah. Again, I think we established that earlier. Well, it's good that you have the bus available to ride during this
Okay.
interim. You know,
Well,
some towns that you wouldn't have that.
well, I'm on what permanent reserver ride. Since I ride it for, all I have to do is cancel my ride before it's time for my pickup if I don't need it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure your people take care of that.
No, I did that personally because I didn't want no mistakes.
Oh, good policy. I need to start doing stuff like that personally.
Yeah, but to the rest of the callers who is in this race, remember, people, I picked Rowdy Bush, and there's going to be no mercy.
You did pick Rowdy Bush for Richmond. It's in the book. And thanks for calling.
Yeah. Bye, sir.
Good night. All right. Small moped crisis there, but he's taking care of it. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
This is Matt. And I was just thinking about, Johnny Robertson passed this week.
Yeah.
And it made me think about his debates that he used to have with Larry Thurber. And
wow.
I went back and watched a few of those. And I was just going to ask you if you had any stories about Johnny and Larry and that whole time.
You know, I guess I don't have any particular stories, but I was in the room once or twice in Reedsville, and they used to do those things. I was in the room a couple of times when Johnny and Larry were in there at the same time. And I guess the thing that struck me about them is as different as they were, and they were very different, and as widely apart as their opinions were, they were always gracious and respectful, at least when I was with them in there, not on the air. Always gracious and respectful to each other, and I don't think I ever heard them exchange a cross word.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is I was looking at those, watching those videos again. Some of them are on YouTube, and it seems like they very much disagreed with each other, but there was a kind of a respect, and it's almost like they needed each other because he was. I mean, to argue, I think that they enjoyed debating and arguing, and it's almost like they were. It's almost like they were. It was almost like playing on the playground or something with arguments.
Oh, I agree. I think that might have been the most fun either of them ever had, was when they were debating on TV.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they were sternly opposed to each other, as you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
But they never, in my hearing and seeing, they never let it get personal.
Yeah. My father-in-law is Larry's. I mean, Larry's passed now, but my father-in-law, Jim Serber, was Larry's cousin, and so he had stories about him growing up and stuff, and just how he was quite a character himself. So. Yeah,
Larry told me a couple of stories about when he went to NC State on scholarship. A couple of things happened, and actually those are stories I can't tell you on the air, but they were great stories.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to call in and say, rest in peace, Johnny Robertson. I mean, he wasn't someone that I necessarily agreed with either, but it's someone who I could respect, and he was very earnest in what he did. And I think that I can appreciate anyone who's earnest and really believes and follows through with what they believe. So.
No, I don't think there was a false bone in Johnny's body. He was very earnest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Those were some interesting times, to say the least. Hi, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you?
This is Ralph Estate.
I recognize your voice, Ralph.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The other week, somebody called in about Perk Brown.
Yeah.
All right. Perk Brown and Carl Bears back in with all the ones right here run modifieds.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them run at Bowman Gray Stadium.
Right.
And they run at South Boston Speedway in Virginia. And the only two cars and modifieds ever sat on the pole down there.
Really?
Yep. I was down there.
Ralph, I'm curious. Do you ever get over there to Bowman Gray to a race?
No, sir. I went over there when I was a kid.
Yeah. I haven't been over there. I haven't been over there in years.
But the thing of it is, the paint scheme on Perk's Carl Bears was the same.
Yeah.
And like Monk Tate's car, the only difference was the number, the 88.
Uh-huh.
And then Sat Twirly out of Rocky Mount, Virginia, he drove. And a lot of people don't know it, but you know where Clarence Steakhouse is at?
I do, yeah.
Well, Clarence Pickle used to drive a car down here at Bi-State Speedway years ago.
Really?
Had a number 3 on it, and he won quite a few races down there.
Same one who had the steakhouse.
Clarence Pickle, and if you look at the late models, Paul Rapp used to drive his cars. Peyton Settler driving it now. Every one of those car won the championship.
Now, the Bi-State Speedway, is that the same as the Draper Speedway?
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, they had 2 of them. One was asphalt, and down below it was the dirt track where my daddy run micro midgets.
Oh, okay. But they were both over there off Meadow Road.
Right. Then I like going to Virginia. Both of them pretty close together.
Okay. Because I don't remember going to either of those. I didn't live in that part of the country. I wish I'd seen some races there.
All right. Well, I thought I'd call and let you know about the paint scheme on 2 45s in 88 and a 45 Gremlin. That's where they drove it.
Well,
out of Rocky Mount, Virginia.
I appreciate your call. We'll talk to you again sometime.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks. Ralph Estes, the official, I think we can declare Ralph the official racing historian of Rockingham County. Phone line is open up there now. The email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. To get back to this other emailer was talking about the expiration of federal subsidies for the Affordable Care Act policies, which in North Carolina could cause ACA policies to go up by about 30% next year. Then the emailer has a second question, and we'll get to that in a minute. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark Marion.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, you remember I told you I sent a greeting card and some letters and a birthday card to Donald Trump in May and June, right?
I remember, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a letter Friday from Trump in the White House, which he didn't say much. He just told me he was glad I was giving him some support. But in the letter I wrote to him in May and June, I told him to get KISS to come to the White House, and they should honor them or whatever. And then today I seen on the news where Trump was honoring KISS at the Kennedy Center.
Kennedy Center, that's right. Well, maybe you gave him that idea, Mark.
I don't know. I might. I don't know. I was trying to get him. I was trying to get him to get Kiss to come to the White House on June 29th, but it didn't show up. They didn't show up, and it wasn't on the news. So I figured he forgot about it or wasn't going to do it.
Well, if they're coming to the Kennedy Center, that's pretty close. That's not too far from the White House, so that's good.
Yeah, they're going to honor Kiss and Sylvester Stallone and George Strait and some other guy named Michael something.
Michael something. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got a letter. Now you have a letter from the White House, Mark. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah, most time they send a letter back when I write to them. But only thing that Trump said, he was talking about his fighting crime and stuff like that, and we're on the same table as that. And he said something about he was I forget what he said, but he liked me giving him some support.
Okay. Well, good deal, Mark. I'm glad they wrote back to you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks for calling. The other thing the emailer was asking about is tax credits. Some people who have insurance through the Affordable Care Act receive tax credits for a portion of their premiums. Those tax credits are going to expire at the end of this year. Now, Congress can renew and extend those if Congress chooses to do that. But the emailer is wondering, is Congress going to extend those tax credits? And if they don't, how much more will ACA premiums go up with the expiration also of the government payments to relieve part of the premium? I don't know the answer to that. First of all, I don't know what Congress will do. I know Congress is aware of this because I've heard members of Congress talking about it. I do not know whether Congress is going to extend those credits or not, and I won't guess at it as I sit here. But if they don't, if Congress does not extend those credits, then some recipients, some clients of ACA, American Affordable Care Act insurance policies, will also see their premiums go up because of that. But how much depends on your situation and whether you get the credits and a couple of other things. But the first thing to see is whether or not Congress extends them. I expect we'll hear a whole lot of discussion about that in Congress as we get closer to the end of the year. So I wish I could give you a definite answer to the question right now, but I don't know if anybody can. It's one of those wait and see things. Let's see, a couple more emails, which we'll get to in just a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, again. Briscoe from Huntsville.
Hey, Briscoe. How you doing?
All doing good. I just want to remind you viewers that Friday is August 15th.
Right.
And anybody that has got license plates on their vehicles that expire in July of 2025 or earlier need to get it renewed or they'll be in violation of the law.
That is a good thing to remind people about, Briscoe.
And I have seen vehicles at various gas stations and so forth here in western Rockingham County that I look at license plates very often.
Okay.
And I have seen several that are several months old and sometimes a year or two old. Believe it or not. But if I can see them, I don't know why enforcement can't see them.
You know, I don't know that I've seen any a year or two, but all the time I see stickers that are 2 or 3 or 4 months out of date. I see that one somewhere every week. And you're right. If we can see them, the police can see them too. And folks may think they don't have to worry about that, but sooner or later, they're going to get ticketed if they don't do something about that.
Well, I don't know where they will sooner or later or not, but I've seen a license plate that's been expired for a year and maybe 2 years.
No, I have not
They're not
seen
going to
that.
get.
Haven't
They're
seen
not
that,
gonna
but
get
I'll
caught.
take your word for it. I really, I don't know how they get away with that. I mean, it stands to reason at some point or another over the course of 2 years, there's going to be a police officer in line at a stoplight behind you, and surely they will see that.
Well, if I can see it, I don't know why police officers can't.
Good question, Briscoe. I don't know the answer, but it's a good question.
Well, thank you for taking my call. I just want to tip this viewers off on maybe avoiding a ticket or something.
Okay, well, thanks, Briscoe. We appreciate that.
Thank you
folks,
very much.
It is the law, folks. And sometimes we think we don't have to worry about that, but that can cause you some trouble. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. What's
I hold
funny?
the world record. I hold the world record, I guess.
For what?
The license tag.
What's the record?
Before COVID started.
Oh, wait. What?
Before,
You have a pre-COVID sticker?
yep. I took it off about 4 or 5 days ago, put a new one on it.
Oh, okay, so you went like 5 years.
5 years.
Nobody ever said anything to you about it.
Nobody but my mind.
Okay.
My mind
well,
talked to me about it a lot.
have you called the Guinness people? Is that listed in the Guinness book?
I don't think so. That'd be listed under stupidity. I don't know if they have that listed on there.
I think most of their stuff ought to be listed under stupidity. Anyway, I'm glad you're now legal. You got a new sticker.
I'll tell you what. Every time I got back from, I didn't go nowhere. But I don't go nowhere but Walmart or to a park store or something uptown, and but I go right by the police station every time, twice.
Wow, what a lawless breed you are.
I'm so terrible. You just don't know the stuff I've done.
I don't want to know. I don't want to get a subpoena. If I knew the stuff you've done, I'd get a subpoena, and I don't want one.
Yeah, you would. Yep, you sure would, probably would. But that's still not the big record. My big record is, I think it's 7 years without a driver's license.
That's I don't know if that's a record or not, but that's pretty darn long. What, did you just figure not bother? Never had time to get a license? What was the problem?
No, when my stuff expired, COVID was hitting. I called them up and they said, "Well, you can't do this because COVID, and we'll let you know when you can."
Okay.
Well, they ain't called me yet.
They probably don't have room for you yet.
What am I? Will the police take that as a reason? Or?
Well, I don't know. I know the General Assembly has just passed a law. Hasn't been signed yet. They just passed a law that says when your license expires, you have 2 years to get it renewed after it expires, because they don't have enough people at DMV. So they probably don't have enough people at DMV yet to take care of yours.
But they did 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Well, when you get to court, your lawyer will advise you. Your lawyer will advise you what to argue. So we'll wait and see on that.
All they can do now is give me a ticket for not having a license. But if your vehicle's not registered, then you'll park it on the side of the road. It'll be towed to whoever you choose or whomever.
Yeah, and you may have. Well, you're still paying have you been paying your car tax all that time?
No, I hadn't paid the car tax. I'll get a.
All right. Well, they got you on that too.
I'll get a bill for that.
I'm sure you will.
Well, see,
When I had that called them and they said, yeah, when COVID, so when it got over, I didn't think about it. I mean, and my neighbor told me about it. And I said, oh my gosh. And, I mean, that's no excuse, but I just didn't pay any attention, didn't think much about it. But I knew my license. See, when I moved back up here from Florida, Ken, I let my fiance down there died in our living room of a massive heart attack. She never woke up, went to sleep, no. Yeah, she died peacefully. I mean, I'd like to die that way. But, and then I moved back up here to where I'm at, where I had a house with no mortgage. And, because I done broke my neck twice. My 2 restaurants blew away in a hurricane. And, so I moved back here. Yeah, I had 2 restaurants. A hurricane took them. That was, 25, 6 years ago. And that was after my roofing business, exterior waterproofing on condominiums and stuff. I'd waterproof the entire exterior, windows, doors, sliding glass doors, the walls. We'd coat the walls with elastomeric coating after we break the washing.
Sounds like you're doing a commercial. We have to charge you for that.
Well, that was my business I did. I had 3 businesses in the that end of it, and 2 restaurants. And doggone, it just wasn't meant to be, I don't guess.
Okay, so you moved back up here, but you didn't get your
Yeah,
sticker.
I moved back up here, and I left Florida owing them a ticket and didn't think about it after she died. And I was just getting back home. And then they put a thing out on me nationwide. And when I got my North Carolina license, I went over there to get them renewed 7 years later. They said, oh, you can't renew this. They've had a hold on your license since you left Florida. I said, what? Did I get them? He said, you got them before they put the hold on it. I said, well, that's a good thing. But I said, now I would have $500 and something to get the ticket off, and then you can come get your license.
All right, so that was $500. You probably owe about $50,000 in car tax now, so they'll get up with that.
No. My car tax is nothing. I had I've had insurance on my vehicle the whole time. I've never had it with, but my car tax is, it's a '96 Toyota, so
My tax. Not that anybody cares, but since it came up, my car tax on my truck is $102.
Yeah,
that's pretty
I'm not
manageable.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what mine is, but it could be much more than that. But if any more. But yeah,
All right.
it's been an ordeal worrying about whether I was going to jail or not every time I leave the house.
Well, that's something we all wonder every time we leave the house. I wonder if I'm going to jail today. But we've both been lucky, so good for us.
Oh Lordy! All right, Kim. I'll send you an email with who my driver is in just a minute.
All right, can I announce it?
Yeah, well, no, not till you're ready to go.
All right, I understand. Save it to the end. I
Okay.
will.
All right. Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Man went 7 years, 6 years, 7 years without renewing his sticker. And again, Briscoe reminds us, renew the stickers. Renew the stickers. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I turned the program on at 7. It was a movie on that, so I didn't think you were going to be on, so I switched it back a while ago up to Mr. Draper was on there.
Yeah.
And, but you was talking about your truck taxes. What model is your truck?
My truck is 1998 Chevy S10.
Okay, I got a 1993. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's a 1990. Yeah, it's a 1993 with a 1991 motor.
Okay.
But anyway, my taxes I think was like $68.
Okay. Well, that beats me.
And I don't. Go ahead.
That's one good thing about just driving the same vehicle for 25 or 30 years. Your taxes get real low.
and mine's falling apart before the motor's blowing. I mean, I've had my door fall off. I had it put back on, and I mean, it's just coming apart. And so I got one of them little, I got what you call 22R or whatever. They're supposed to be good. Must be. I got 300-some thousand miles on it.
Yep. Well, my rear view mirror fell off the other day, so I got me one of those wide angle, and I've duct taped it to the dashboard. So that's what I have now for rear view. It works fine.
Yeah. But I don't have to pay no inspection either.
Nope, don't have to do that.
Man, how old is that? It's got to be 20 years or 30 years?
I think it's 20. I believe it's 20 years, because mine's not 30 years old yet. Mine's only 27 years old, and I don't have to pay for the inspection.
Well, okay, it's 20 years then. Okay, you don't have to pay inspection either, do you?
Nope.
No, I got a 96. I mean, not 90. It's a 93 Nissan, but it's a 91 motor in it. The boy put the motor in, showed me the dash. He said, well, I didn't put the dash in because, it's the same dash and everything. But he showed me the dash that the motor he took out of and put in my truck, in that Nissan truck. He was doing it for his son-in-law because he was going across the war. But anyway, he showed me the dashboard. It did have a 50-some thousand miles on it. And I've been driving. It's got 300-some thousand and 30-some thousand miles on it.
Well, that's a good run. I got 574 on mine.
You got 500,000 on yours.
574,000.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Well, my philosophy is, as long as it'll drive it. If it
that's
quits,
right. That's
if I can't make it run anymore, then I'll get a different. But I'll drive it as long as it runs.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, I like my little old Nissan. I got me another model. I got a 2016, but I tried not to drive it no more than I can. But I've been driving here lately because, like I said, my motor runs good. I run it about 19 miles down Danville, do a little job, and when I get down there and cut it off, it don't want to crank. But I can sit down there where I'm at for about an hour or 2 hours, at least 2 hours. Get in it and that thing will spin over like it ain't nothing. I bought a battery from at place down Martinsville somewhere in Martinsville, I believe. Yeah. And I got a cheap battery. I should have got a little bit high, which I like getting the battery around here somewhere like Auto Parts, somewhere like that. I know they're high, but I don't know why it's doing it. I put a brand new starter on there, and it's doing the same thing like the starter that was on there. So I think it sold me a bad starter, and I don't want to take it back and go through all that hassle. So I just drive it where I'm going and work for a couple hours and come on back. I mean, it'll crank right up and bring me on back. So
well,
I've been driving like that.
I had a little bit of a battery issue. I bought me one of those portable battery chargers. It's about this big, and you charge it. You just hook it up in the house and charge it, and then it's got battery cables on it, and it'll start my truck right up. If the battery won't, I keep it in the truck all the time.
I got one too. It's about the size of your pocket T-shirt.
Yep.
Your pocket on your shirt. It's got the cables. You hook to your battery post, and you plug it in the side of that little battery charger thing, and it works too. It'll crank it right up. I carry mine with me too, so I just park up on a hill. When I go down. But it's like I said, when I get down there and try to crank it, I ain't gonna crank it, go like that. Mm-hmm. I think it's a starter. But anyway,
I don't know.
But a couple hours later, kid, that thing will spin right over like it ain't like a brand new one.
Well, I don't know enough to guess what that is. At least after it starts, after it rests.
Yeah, that's right. It does. I mean, it's still going. She's still going. Like I said, she's falling apart. She's falling apart. I had the rear end. I mean, back there where the tailgate welded where sooner or later I'd been going down the road and the whole back part, half of the tailgate would fell in the road.
Well,
Half of the truck, half of the cab of the truck in the back would fell. But I had a guy to weld it for me. He fixed it for me.
okay. Well, there's somebody who can fix almost anything that happens to it.
Well, I'm like you. I'm gonna drive it until it quits. That's all
what I do.
When it quits,
that's the way to go.
That's when it quits, I'll just start driving my newer truck more.
Well, good deal. Thanks for calling.
Well, thank you, Ken. Bye.
Good night. Yep, drive it as long as it'll drive. When I was making payments on my truck, bought it in 1998, I set myself a little email reminder to remind me a day before the payment was due every time. Of course, I haven't made a payment in a long time, but I still let that email reminder stay in there because it reminds me every month that I don't have to make a payment this month. And I like to be reminded of that. Let's see, we got some emails over here. I think we have at least one pick for Richmond. We'll get to that in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go.
Hello, Ken. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm kicking, just not as high as I used to.
Well, as long as you're kicking, if you're kicking at all, that's worth something.
There you go, Ken. Hey, look, I got a 93 Chevy S10.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I went up to Lee's Tires and Wheels. I got me some Valley rims going and got me some white leather tires. That thing looks sharp. I tell you what, it's solid white. Yeah. It's a twin cab, though. It's twin cab.
That's
but
what I got. I got the extended cab on mine, too. Because I need to push the seat way back in order to drive it because I got long legs.
Well, I'm sort of like the young guys, man. I have mine back anyway. Yeah, you got your seats.
Oh yeah.
You got your seats back there anyway. You got your twin. You got those little extra seats back in the back.
Yeah. Well, how's yours look? Mine does not look very good. It's been through it, and it looks like it's been through it. How's yours look?
Well, Ken, I got it from this guy down there off of 58, like going towards South Austin. Get the name of the road right now, but it ain't too far from the flea market. Anyway, he had it sitting in his yard. His uncle owned the truck. And the young guy, he didn't know what was going on with it. And he asked me if I wanted to buy it. So he sold it to me. He wanted 17 for it. So he sold it to me for $1,500.
Okay.
And the truck didn't have no more than about 100 I think about 160 some thousand miles on it. It was that many.
That was good.
Oh, it was not the interior, inside, and all. I mean, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the carpet and everything was nice. Yeah. So he sold it to me, and he said what it was doing when he get to a stop sign, he'd go in the road and it started skipping and jumping, and it'll just cut off. I left from that guy's house, Ken. I went down there to that BP store down on 58, and I got me some high-test gas and put in that thing, and I ain't had a bit of problem out of it.
Oh, really? Good.
That's the truth. That is the truth. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I showed it. I put some high-test gas in it, and I'm driving. I just hit the oil. I changed the oil in, and I didn't hit that truck. I think good now. I neglected to change the oil, but I hit it now, I think, about 8 years, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. But I changed the oil in it the other day here. And but look, Ken, I got them beat. I hate to tell you, but I'm not proud of it, but I went 21 years of life. Yeah.
Oh, good night. Wait a minute. You had 21 years? Were you talking about a driver's license or a sticker?
Yes, sir, a driver's license. Back and forth to work. Back and forth to work.
Good night.
21. But Ken, that ain't. I'm not holding the world's record. My cousin, he's 33, and he ain't never had one still drive.
Now, how does he and you for 21? How did you never get stopped at a license check in all that time?
By the grace of God. By the grace of God. By the grace.
I get stopped at a license check at least once or twice a year. I don't know how you did that.
Ken, I went anywhere and everywhere I wanted to go. Yes, I did. Anywhere and everywhere I wanted to go. I did that. Like I said, my cousin, he's still driving. They ain't never had a license. He done got his truck on the road now, so he's supposed to be going this week and try for his license. But he don't know that much about computers, so he's going to have to go through the driving school class thing or something like that.
All right, I'm just curious, what made, after 21 years, what made you decide to go get a license?
Well, okay, so at the end of the day, well, my wife, she was putting up with me, you know? So
Yeah.
she got behind me, got on my behind. Yes, she did. Sure did. She sure did. I tell you what, see, I had to end up and get myself together, get my life together. And finally, I went on and did what I had to do. And I went on and got my license. And and went on and got it. So I've been doing, for, I think it's been about 10 years now, I think, since I've had my license. Yeah.
Well, like you say, only by the grace of God.
Only by the grace of
21
God.
years. I don't recommend that try that.
Don't do it, man. Not nowadays. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I did that, Ken. I worked at Danville Mills. That wasn't all, though. But see, that's just part of it. See, I worked at Imitate for 21 years and didn't have it. But see, I worked at Danville Mills too. Part of the time then, that was more than 21 years. I think about 30 years. I mean, if I add it all up, yeah.
Good. Wow, lucky.
Lucky. Driving from Gretna to Danville.
How about your stickers? Is your sticker up to date?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, stickers up to date.
Just checking.
There you go. Everything's okay on that map, kid. Everything's fine.
All right.
So, well, I had to share that with you, Ken, and I appreciate you taking my call.
Well, thanks for calling. Good to
Yes,
hear
sir.
from you.
You're welcome.
Wow. I wouldn't be able to get away with it. If I tried to do that, I'd hit a license check like on the third day. If I try to do that. Let's read some emails. We have one, I believe, from Mr. Leaksville, I believe. Hi, Ken. Mr. Leaksville here. I'm going way out on a limb. I'm picking the 48 Saturday night. Mr. Leaksville, our current leader and leader for 4 consecutive weeks. No, that's Citizen D. I'm sorry. Mr. Leaksville is not our current leader. He is picking the 48 for Richmond on Saturday night. It says, I'm going out on a limb. The limb isn't hollow on the end. Have a great weekend. Well, I hope it's not either, but I can tell you from experience, a whole lot of those limbs are hollow. I've been on 1 or 2 of them, but good luck to you on that one. Now, here is our actual leader for the first 4 weeks. Citizen D, the moment all have been waiting for. Citizen D's race pick is now in. Put Citizen D down for Christopher Bell. For Richmond, Citizen D has the 20 for Richmond. Put Citizen D down for Christopher Bell for Richmond. Let's see if I can make it another in the lead. Couple of questions. If your sticker is so old, is there a penalty for getting your sticker up to date? Also, does Star News still have the studio in Reedsville? That's a good question about the sticker. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the law is. Like if they find out your sticker is out of date, and if they find out your sticker's been out of date for 4 years, obviously they can fine you for driving this year without an updated sticker. But can they fine you for driving last year and the year before and the year before without a current sticker? I don't know. I honestly don't know. If somebody knows the answer to the question, you can let us know. But it's a good question. I mean, basically, if I haven't had a sticker for 5 years, then I'm currently in violation for this year. But the other 4 years, I'm not in violation anymore for the other 4 years. I was, But when the year ended, I wasn't in violation. I don't know. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, Ken?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. The way I understand the sticker thing is if your sticker expires, when you do get it renewed, it's a $15 penalty, but I don't know how far that goes back. I know if it's 1 day late, it's at least a $15 penalty on your next sticker.
But I don't know. That's in the current year when you don't have a sticker. But what about past years? I don't know.
I've never had that. I've never had that experience, Ken. You know.
Well, I haven't either. I just don't know. I mean, you could argue in court. I don't know who'd go to court for something like this, but if somebody did, you'd argue in court. No, I was in violation in the year 2022, but I was never observed or cited during the year 2022. And you cannot in 2025 cite me for something that was illegal. Again, I don't know.
Well, the way I understand it, the ignorance of the law is no excuse. I've heard that a bunch.
I was told that by a judge once. Young man, you need to learn that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Remember that.
Exactly. Yep. He didn't have to tell me that one time, Ken, and I didn't have to worry about it again. The question about people not having driver's license, especially here recently, how in the world are you able to vote? Because you have to show a valid ID in order to vote. At least I've always had to show my driver's license here in the last few years.
All right. Well, let me think here. In order to register.
Yeah, when you go to vote, they ask for your driver's license.
You have to prove your address. Have to prove your residence. But maybe can't you do that with something other than, I mean, they always ask for my license and I show it to them. But of course, before the current law was passed, when you went to register, they accepted other things for proof of residence, didn't they?
I have no idea, Ken.
Because the only thing I ever used was my driver's license. So that's a good question.
Me too. Yep.
Maybe those folks just don't vote.
Well, maybe the American crowd don't have to have them. Who knows these days? But I
don't know, because there are obviously there are people without driver's licenses who register. So clearly there's something else that you could have produced instead of a driver's license to get registered. So I guess that's how they did it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Ken. Thanks for taking my call. Have a great weekend.
Have you made your pick yet?
Oh yeah,
the 20. I remember. Yeah, the 23. I got it. All right. Well, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
And phone line is open. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And we have just a few minutes left for your phone calls and your email. Tonight, I have Mr. Draper's pick in front of me. I don't know if this is late enough in the show for him to want it announced. I'll save it for a minute. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Please.
Hello, Ken.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. It's my understanding about this sticker deal. It's a certain percent for every month that it's out.
Okay.
Now, that's what happened to me. Unless you can prove that your vehicle was being repaired, and they will waive that.
All right.
But I understand it's like 1 or 2% for each month that it goes over.
Okay.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what they told me.
Well, that sounds sensible to me. But I wonder if, say, you haven't had a sticker in 4 years. I mean, do they bill you for 48 months?
Seems like it would be.
That's
if your car was running, if your car was drivable at that time, unless it was like I say, being repaired at a dealership or something, you got to pay.
Yep, that's how it sounds to me. So I'm going to go with that.
And then he was talking about voters. It's my understanding you can go to DMV and get like a identification. Looks
Yes,
like a driver's license. It's just an ID card.
Yes, you can. But I guess if all those people who are driving all those years without a driver's license, if they were going to go to DMV anyway, they may as well have gotten their license while they were there.
Unless you don't drive.
Yeah, unless that. But we're talking about people who were driving without a license.
Right.
All right.
But you was talking yesterday about being in line. Is that you had to wait so long?
Almost 3 hours at the DMV, yeah.
Well, can you not do it on the computer?
Only every other time, because I renewed last time on my computer, so I had to show up in person this time. You can't do it twice in a row on the computer.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, have a good weekend.
Well, thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
So there's a percentage based on how many months behind your sticker is, but does it go back over the years? Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken.
Yes.
Look, I want to give me the pick number 30.
Number 30. Let me find you.
Yeah.
Why don't I see you on the list?
I hadn't picked yet.
Oh, there we go. Now I see you. That's right. Number 30, the Liberal has. It's in the book.
All right. And I'm going to get off of here shortly and give someone else a chance right quick. You're running out. Ken, 1 year after, this is exactly 1 year after Helena, and Eastern North Carolina is still suffering, while they are attempting to eliminate FEMA, period. Now, North Carolina State is not set up with an alternative in place, while some states other than North Carolina don't have anything in place either. But while we're talking about eliminating FEMA, the administration is focused on building a new ballroom floor at the White House with the golden chandeliers and everything. So even though we were told that contributions going to pay for most of that, but we was also told Mexico going to pay for the wall. And we was told that Ukraine war was going to end on day one. But I just don't think it's right for the way those people up in the eastern part of the country going to be left out to dry. And one last thing, all this money that's been frozen from these organizations, held back from Board of Education, from FEMA, from Veterans Association, and now Medicaid, Medicare. But all this money been frozen. Can you tell me what they are doing with it?
No. A lot of that money that has been frozen is still subject to one lawsuit or another. A lot of it, I think a lot of money is just sort of in limbo now until they get a court ruling on whether or not it was withheld legally or illegally. The foreign aid money, that just got a ruling, sort of a ruling in the appeals court yesterday on the foreign aid money. They said that the agencies that were suing over the foreign aid money didn't have standing to sue, and they said the suit would have to come from the Government Accountability Office. But anyway, all that is legal complication, and to my understanding, a large part of that money is still subject to legal action. So I don't know the answer other than that.
Okay. Since they going forecasting,
just about out of time.
All right. Thanks, Ken. Enjoy yourself.
Appreciate it. We are out. time, let me make the grand announcement of Mr. Draper's pick. Now that we're at the end of the show, Mr. Draper takes the 5 for Richmond, saying he can't stay down forever. So there's that. We're on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Still got a couple of picks haven't been in it. When I get all the picks in, I'll try to remember to email those out to you so you'll know who has picked who. We'll be back on Monday. I hope you'll join us then. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.